It's a Dummy Plug Book Club.
Well, if you need to wake up, kids, there you go.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good. God damn it.
Doesn't giggling when we start is always really
good morning,
good.
Everybody.
Hey.
Well, I mean, when he does that, like, how do you not giggle?
Hey everyone, this is Nico. I'm entering the void. Okay. So, where does this starts with, is it just a recap of the previous, it's like a recap of the previous chapter, right? Yeah.
A little bit,
Shinji has to look away from the truth, and then it continues off from there. So it's either, like, Shinji recalling the memory, or just, like...
Yeah, I think it's just a little...
And then a big... Shit disappears.
This is Volume 6, by the way, everybody.
Yeah. That's an important detail.
Yeah, Volume 6 comes directly after Volume 5. If you hit Volume 7, you've gone too far.
Better details. This was released in Japan in 2000, almost at the end of the year 2000. So we're like,
oh wow,
far fucking away from the original show. We are far fucking away from End of Evangelion.
The art's a little different, too. Like, you can see that there's definitely been, like, some amount of time, because in this, the faces are shorter, and the eyes are rounder, and the faces are, in general, wider apart, whereas in the previous volumes, they were, in comparison, a little bit taller, a little bit more harshly drawn, a little bit closer together. But here they look a little more childish and minimalistic, which I think very well reflects the animation style coming into the 2000s. I remember very distinctly, no longer hand drawings were really a thing, but people were starting to use computers, and so thinner lines could be drawn and made. This was also the entrance into the Moe era, as people like to call it. So, of course, these series aren't directly from 2000, and some of them may be. I'm a little bit off of my chronology, but things like Haruhi Suzumaya, K.O. and Lucky Star, KyoAni really took us on the liftoff into what is known as the Moe era. So, as I said earlier, a lot of the art seems to reflect this, and I think this is an extremely good example because the simple animation style, wider eyes, rounder faces for certain, really does reflect a lot of this ideal. I see it actually the most in Shinji's eyes. So.
Oh, there's the head-on shot of him kind of, like, trying to grapple with what he's just figured out.
I'm peering throughout, and it's a lot throughout, just kind of like the rounder eye shapes. The noses still have more of that 90s type quality to them, but you can definitely see on some of these 3/4 views that they're definitely turning in, like, kind of like dots, which is really common.
As opposed to the triangle.
Yeah, the whole triangle deal. Like, towards the end of the volume, like, no one, like, their noses get smaller and smaller as the volume goes.
Oh my god, everybody's nose is gone. What are we going to do? Oh no!
I mean, you can just see, like, how long he probably took to do this and how much the art changed.
Oh, whoa, man, you just kind of hit on an thing right there, Nico.
What?
Sadamoto taking his time getting this done.
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking really in depth about the art. The whole reason that I really do... Okay, so just kind of, I guess, some, like, personal anecdote about me. I started really getting into anime around 2000. So it was that time when things were shifting from hand cel-shaded animation to, I guess, more of a CG computer type deal. The best example I can give of this era, not a big specific year, is it was like 2005, so a little bit later, but I was into Inuyasha at the same time I was into Death Note. And the art, the way it's drawn, how it was drawn is very different. Very, very different. And even to me, that contrasts that out. So I kind of started anime in an era where anime was really shifting. So the series I mentioned earlier, Suzumaya, K.O. and stuff, was just starting to become popular, and of course I took note of it and enjoyed it. And then, of course, the contrast between things like Hellsing and then the OVA, which was being worked on, but that was closer to like 2008, 2009. But just these kind of like few years of me when I first started getting into it, there was a lot of mixture of this kind of media and art. And so seeing it reflected here in the series is kind of nostalgic for me because it reminds me of that time where things were just kind of like awkwardly transitioning. And of course there was a resistance between the moe art and the, I guess, manly, real, quote-unquote, anime art. And it doesn't seem that Sadamoto's particularly defiant of the changing art style. It's interesting.
No, because it worked in his favor, honestly.
I mean, it did. And I think it's also just because when you think about it, when you're an artist, what surrounds you influences you. So definitely I think the rise of moe anime really, I mean, you can tell visually, as I was explaining earlier, that it influences art. So it's kind of cool, and I haven't really peeked too hard at the next few volumes, but I know from the scans that I've seen of volume 14, it now reflects, like, this era.
Yeah,
which is kind of minimalistic and kind of weird, and
I'd kind of like to see, like, side-by-side volume 1 versus volume 14.
I mean, even just looking, whoa, I heard me in someone's mic, that was weird. But, I mean, like, yeah, like, you can just pull it up even. Like, I'm going to do this right now and put links to you guys, and then maybe we can put it, like, in a description if possible. But, like, totally, you can totally see it, like, the super 90s, like, not, like, the fugly 90s style, but it is very characteristic of how 90s art was drawn compared to now. Like, you could totally see the differences. Totally. Softer lines versus harsher lines, of course, comparing now to then. Thinner lines versus harder lines. As I mentioned, more curves. I see art in shape, so like a lot of circles compared to like a lot of like triangles and squares. A lot of things that feel really light, a lot of white color rather than grays and blacks. So, anyway, that was my art rant. What's up? Hi, I'm Nico.
Well, I'm still stuck on noses.
Ow, my eyes. Ow, my eyes.
So, Gendo always has a very well-drawn nose, I'm noticing. I don't know why I noticed, just like, he's got a very detailed nose every time.
Whoa! I just fucking realized something. Oh, shit. Okay, so, time for a little bit of social justice with Nico. Racial coding in Japan is very, obviously, very different than it is in the United States. A lot of people try to say, well, anime characters look white, and I'm like, no, it's because the racial coding in the West would dictate this, but in Japan, the way that main characters are drawn look Japanese, whereas characters with very defined features and small eyes look Western, and I'm just realizing the big giveaway to a Western person, a big idea. Now, I'm not Japanese. This is based on my observations. So if anyone in Japanese culture would like to correct me, please do. And I apologize if I'm wrong. But a thing I've noticed is that a lot of the racial coding for white people is really well drawn noses. So like this kind of gives me the idea that maybe Gendo has some like Western heritage. It's just interesting to think about.
What was his original last name?
Rokubungi.
Oh, okay.
But
so he might be at like a half or something.
But here's the thing, though. I think Nico has a point because remember one of the
look
first
at that
things.
note.
Yeah, remember one of the first things Gendo says to Fuyutsuki when they meet in the original series?
What did he say?
He says, "I'm not very well liked," which could be an indication that he might be part of something that people around him don't like for whatever reason.
Well, I don't know if this is necessarily the right term as a Western person, but as we call it here, we call it xenophobic. So the idea that Japanese people aren't really accepting of outside cultures or outside races. And again, this may be completely inaccurate. I'm white. I'm from the United States. If it's wrong, please feel free to correct me, and I will do my best in the future to speak more properly. But yeah, fuck.
Also, doesn't Gendo's skin tone seem a little darker than like most characters in the original series?
Well, and talking more about social justice, this goes into the idea of across all cultures, not necessarily white as in Western, but white as in skin tone, white beauty standards. So having dark skin, especially in cartoons and things where you can choose it, is kind of a marker of lesser status, I suppose. Or a marker of a foreigner, which is, again, like a lesser status person, someone who wouldn't be liked. And so it's interesting to see Gendo someone who, of course, really isn't liked, and someone who's coded a lot for someone of lesser status be basically in charge of Nerve, which could also be a reason he has such a put-off type personality. Why he does shove people away and push people away, because maybe for his entire life growing up in Japan, that's what happened with him. Maybe it's what he just learned from other people. And so now he might just be cautious of himself just because of that. And of course, this is all, like, super out there theory, but I'm totally, like, basing this off of the art and, like, the things I do know about cultural coding in Japanese art, especially anime. So, anyway, so that's kind of interesting. Kind of, like, gives a lot into Gendo's character, especially, like, since there is so much here in the manga. Wow, I just talked a lot.
Yeah, I don't think we even got, like, to the third page.
No,
We've already just broken down, like, all of this.
Yeah, we kind of haven't gotten to the manga yet. We might want to...
I am talking about the manga, though. I'm talking about the art.
Okay, true. Yeah, we're talking about the art, because I did look at, like, a battle scene from the first volume, and it's like, oh my god, you're like, it is readily apparent, like, how far we've come art-wise, going from there to 6, and how far we're going to go from, like, 6 to 14.
Yeah.
And honestly, you're right, 6 looks a lot better than 14. 14 just, ow, my eyes.
See, I disagree. I think 14 is a product of its time. I think right now it is also too soon to truly evaluate it, but what I know of anime and what I watch of anime recently, it does remind me a lot of current fads in manga. It reminds me a little bit of the curvature of Oyasumi Pun Pun. Although Oyasumi Pun Pun is a lot darker in its lines, it's a lot harsher, a lot messier, you kind of have the same shapes. Does that make sense?
I wonder what this manga would have looked like if it was still going and, like, we had another change, like, down the road. That'd be interesting.
You know, I can't really say for sure where art in anime is going. You never really...
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering that myself.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I just started looking at 14. Like, wow.
Yeah, it's really different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
That is interesting. It's a lot cleaner, like minimal.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Really
Anime nowadays is so minimal in the way that, and maybe not so much anime, but manga is so minimal. Very light lines, very light colors. It's interesting.
Yeah.
And it definitely is a product of its time. Minimalism in art and graphic design, things like that, is a big deal. But less is more is kind of the idea for a lot of art fads now. So yeah. So I know that's like a big thing right now is doing like color palette challenges. Just give you 3 colors and you like make art with 3 colors. Like, and people do wonderful jobs. So.
Also, spoiler alert, everyone. There's a reason why you see that minimalism in it, because it takes so long for Sadamoto to get this done that he's still having these kinds of new influences come into his art style.
That's good.
Which is good, because a lot of manga just gets shoved out and it just does the same thing over and over again, and you don't get to see many series that aren't that many volumes but that take as long as this has.
Yeah.
So you don't see that art style changing unless it's like a really heavy manga. This is like a rare exception to the rules.
Well, and of course, here I go again with if I'm not talking about Eva, of course, we all know what else I'm going to talk about, but it kind of, like, reminds me of, like, what Araki does with JoJo. Like, each part is, like, so different, and, like, because it's, like, a 20-plus-year-old series, 30 years now, and, like, it's a long series, and you can see how the art changes and how he's influenced by the people around him, and it's cool to see it happen with this series, too. So.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Let's see. So... I guess we should probably actually talk about the manga and not just the art. That's probably a thing.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
but it was cool.
For a good majority of it follows the show.
It does, yeah, true.
Well, and I mean, you need to kind of talk about the art because...
I mean, it's a fucking, like, it's an artistic...
It's a visual style because it's a manga. And also, this isn't the first time we've seen an art style change in an Eva property, so this is kind of an necessary thing to talk about, especially because this does a better job of changing this style than when they tried to change the animation style in the original series and they went to, oh, look, it's Sausage Fingers, we saw it.
that wasn't necessarily trying to change style. That's because in anime, what was very common back in the day may or may not be common now, but you know what? I think it is still a little common. You do find it happening a lot, but the art directors will change, and what the art director says goes. So
Yeah.
science will say the same. You can only copy art so well. And so you can tell there are some directors that aren't as good as copying and meshing with the style as others. Example, what's the episode where the power goes out with Mataro, the big spider?
Like 12 or so, I think.
But the big spider episode that cries out.
Spider!
You can see the art is so 90s and so different. But then you have other episodes where there's definite changes in directors and you can't even tell, God, what's the episode? I think the episode's where Ray ends up stabbing... Is that Ray that stabs the Hakuyo? Whatever. It's Shinji. You know that episode.
Oh, the Falling Angel?
Yeah. Yeah, the big ol' eye 7.
Oh,
that's Asuka does. Asuka stabs it. Ray tears open the AT field.
Oh, okay. Well, but you can see that art's different, and in Death and Rebirth, the art is like really different too. So
I think the most jarring difference for the art styles was Magma Diver. If you remember that episode,
I was gonna say
Magma Diver.
Episode. It was
Magma Diver. Just that art style. I just don't like that art style.
All right. First of all, fuck you and fuck your house.
I don't have a house. I only have an apartment, so there's this to fuck.
All right. Fuck your apartment. Finch.
Fuck your couch.
I love
that. This is a good series because we can talk about all of these things, like these art style changes and these changes in people who have put their grubby hands on it.
as if the fandom is already not enough grubby.
Okay. We're grubby too.
Again, a story time. So one of my beautiful friends, Jordan, they bought a Rei Ayanami body pillow, not because they necessarily wanted it, but because they wanted to save that body pillow from a creepy nerd's fluids. That is why they bought it. They were like, dude, this can't happen to Rei, I can't let this happen. And so they bought it. Like, that is the Ava fandom in a nutshell.
I'm sorry. You said fluids, and all I could think of was Dr. Strangelove. God damn it. Okay. Are we going to talk... We should talk about the manga.
Yeah, we keep getting sidetracked. Okay, so, Toji.
Hold on. No. Yeah, Toji's later. So.
No, I'm looking at this. I'm on, like, page, 5 or something. Well, they're just talking about the Unit 3, and then...
Yeah, I was going to say, you kind of missed Nevada disappearing.
I mean, but, that happens in the anime, too, doesn't it?
Well... You don't see it happening from
also,
space.
Nevada's shithole, so bye.
Oh, ouch. Shots fired. Well, to be fair, they just kind of go, yeah, this kind of disappeared. Like, with this, at the very least, you actually see it happening, which is kind of weird, because I don't remember an explosion happening. I just kind of remember, unless it's just a big flash of light.
I think they just did the picture, the crater picture.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no!
Yeah,
it's suddenly gone!
There was a thing here, just visualize it if you can.
And Gendo's just like, well, alright. Oh, nope, I still give no fucks.
Dead Sea Scrolls or something.
Dead Sea... Conspiracy theory.
I guess it's the Dead Sea Scrolls. What does Gendo even do? My favorite thing that anyone has ever said, he just sits in his office and, watches cat videos.
Yeah,
He's really just
he
just waits.
He seriously doesn't do anything. I think the most we ever saw Gendo ever do in the original series was the Blackout episode when he actually, helped. Holy crap, Gendo did something!
Alright, so, getting into Toji.
Oh, poor Toji.
Oh my god, this kid never gets a break. So,
nope.
He's going to see his sister, they're having kind of some character development, so when someone gets character development in Ava, they're fucked.
You're fucked.
The golden rule of anime. And then okay, this really important statement was made by Shinji. I wonder if I'll ever truly understand Toji, but I don't really think I'll understand anyone. And that's a really interesting statement because I say the same thing, but I don't mean it in a negative way. I think it's okay that we'll never truly understand each other. I've accepted that as a part of life, but Shinji here, you can see he clearly laments it because he wants to be understood himself. And, you know, you treat others how you want to be treated. Shinji probably wants to understand others because he wants himself to be understood.
Don't we get a line like that from someone in the original series where it's like, you can never truly understand yourself, therefore you can never truly understand anyone else? I think
No. The line was, the only one you can truly understand is yourself. You can never truly understand one another 100%. I'm pretty sure that was Kaji.
Of course it was Kaji.
Because he says the deepest, realest shit.
Oh, just wait for next time. Just wait for next time.
Geez.
Just wait for next time.
Oh, right in the feels.
I can't wait for next. I can't wait for next.
You say that every episode, Iowa.
Because you're gonna read it and you're gonna see why.
Oh my God.
And you're gonna go, Iowa was right. Iowa was right. Iowa was right this entire time. It's seriously like one of the greatest things I've ever read in a manga, or one of the greatest things I've ever seen attached to a property in anime.
One of the best changes that they made from the show is...
Yeah, it really is. Like, it really is. The W-plug system.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's
for.
So I didn't realize this before, but on the back wall, there's like the...
Yeah, you didn't notice
that?
That was in the anime too.
Oh, I didn't notice. I just thought it was interesting.
Wait, what's on the back wall?
The raised DNA code.
Oh, you didn't notice that before?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. How about that?
Slowpoke.jpg.
Yeah, no kidding. Slow, bro.
So I really, God, and it's so sad too because we're starting to get, throughout the volume, character development on Toji, and like basically Gendo confirms that Toji's useless. Like they're gonna stick the dummy plug in Unit 3 and send it off, and like, damn son, like he's just like something in there. For no reason.
Oh, yeah.
And so it, like, makes Toji's, like, death, spoiler alert, so much more.
No, I was going to say, spoiler alert, Toji's the fourth child, in case you hadn't figured that one out yet.
Okay, so I have two questions. One of them is, isn't Gendo just trying to get rid of the unit? Like...
Yes.
He only wants Unit 1 to be left.
Yeah, I think that's... Because that's the only one he can really use
because
for
of his
goals.
fucking wife.
Yeah.
He's biased. And he knows that Yui's the only one capable of enacting instrumentality, and if there's any others, it's going to get in the way. Or even worse, Seele could use them.
Yeah.
Then he'd be double fucked.
Yeah. I mean, Gendo's always plotting and trying to do things his way, because if things don't go his way, they could go Seele's way, and that could screw him over.
Okay, but I have a second question.
Okay.
Okay, what's your second question?
So... You guys are both, like, on the dummy plug page, right? With Gendo talking to Ritsuko? All right, so there's one line that I was thinking about. And Ritsuko says there's one child who could do it if enhanced physiologically. And I don't know what she means.
Well, hold on. We blah, 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 and the pilot, the dummy plug. Okay, wait.
Next to the shot of Ritsuko's feet. Does that imply body and mind?
Hold on, I'm reading this.
Okay.
Because I'm just trying to figure out what she means by that. The only thing I could think of is the fact that later they sort of bribe him with his sister.
Yeah, they well...
Okay, wait, all right, I'm backing up. Okay, so this is the experimental dummy plug. It has raised persona transplanted within it, but the soul itself cannot be digitized. It's a fake, nothing more than imagination. There's not a soul in there, which means technically the Eva can't sync or operate correctly.
I think you're farther than I am.
Well,
yeah, you're too far.
No, I'm going farther back because I'm starting from step 1 to try and think about this, because that question you gave me really perplexed me, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, machine that mimics humans... Signal pattern to the Eva. So they're copying brainwaves, right? And we need okay, so they're basically like fooling a computer. Input the data into Unit 1 and Unit 2, but there's still a problem too in the test. What problem was observed in the test?
Which one? Sorry, which page are you on?
For me, it's 398. For you, it's going to be irrelevant, probably.
Oh, but there's still that problem we observed in the test?
No matter, as long as the Evas move. Is that, like, operational problems?
It's probably the fact that it's ruthless.
No, because they probably haven't had a chance to field test it yet. So that wouldn't mean crap.
Well, it said that they had tests that they observed in the tests.
Okay, but hold on, pause. Think of the kind of tests that they do, though. They keep those Evas locked up, and they mostly test things like electrical currents, brain patterns, so...
But they can test its... Like, there was the thing with Shinji, the aim at the target, point the trigger. Like,
yeah, but that's just hooking it up to a giant computer and projecting an image.
And they can use that to test the pilot's responses to external stimuli.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's not a field test.
But it's still testing the pilot's response to external stimuli.
True, but I think when things are actually real, consider that the Evas are human, basically. So for us, we can practice something as much as we want, but as soon as we get out there and the actual real human emotion of fear and excitement start working up, shit goes down the toilet. And maybe the Evas aren't so different.
Well, they're not testing the Eva, they're testing the dummy plug.
The dummy plug is connected and has to sync with the Eva, and the Eva and the plug.
Yeah, it's acting as a person. So they're testing a.
I guess.
I hate you, Sadamoto. I hate you.
Explaining what's that?
You're throwing crap in that you didn't mean to throw in there, I bet.
And then we get a nice little slice of life.
Hold on, I'm just still trying to answer this question.
Oh, okay.
You guys can keep talking, but once I come with the answer...
I'm still trying to... I think, honestly, I think physiologically, I think that was I don't think that's the correct word to use in this instance.
I think they might be talking about Shinji.
No, they're talking about the fourth child.
Oh.
No, they're talking about Toji.
Yeah, there's one child who could do it if enhanced physiologically. The fourth, yes, sir.
No, because if you fucking read this like an actual manga, then that's not the order it goes. It goes and test the pilot. As I said, the dummy plug still presents certain dangers. Will draw from the current candidates. The fourth, yes, sir. There's one child who could do it even if enhanced physiologically. That's the way you read it.
Yeah, that's how we're reading it.
Wait.
What the hell?
What? So... Aren't they still talking about
Am
Toji?
I reading this in the wrong direction? I don't know what's going on. I still think we're talking about Toji.
Yeah, I could have sworn they were talking about Toji.
No, because in the order is this, they say the fourth, yes, sir, and then they go to mention that there is a child who could do it because otherwise, if they were talking about the fourth, they would have said the fourth could do it if enhanced physiologically, but they said there is one child who could do it. They're not talking about Toji here.
I think you're reading this in the wrong direction.
No, I'm fucking not, because I'm reading it like a weeb. Mine goes the other way, because mine are backwards like actual manga is. But
then look at a later page. There's, let's grab a bite to eat, okay, blank.
Yeah, I'm reading it that way. I'm reading it from right to left. I'm not fucking reading. I'm going to send you a goddamn picture right now. I swear to God I'm reading this the right way.
Okay, so there could be a discrepancy when they're saying could do it, what it is referring to. I thought it meant pilot Unit 3, but what you're saying is kill Unit 3?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, so we've come to the conclusion that they're talking about Unit 3 berserking or of some sort, yes?
Yeah, something having to do with that.
So they're probably talking, there's a child who could do it. What other Eva is capable of berserking to be powerful enough to defeat and kill another Eva? Unit 1, who pilots that Eva? Who loses their damn mind whenever they get into the Eva and is faced with a very dangerous situation?
Yeah, it could be.
They're probably counting on Shinji to basically kill Toji if needed.
Gendo certainly is.
It's really weird. Gendo says that Shinji's not at all like himself. Does Gendo consider himself forgiving then? If he thinks that Shinji is the opposite of him and is capable of murdering Toji?
See, I think that's sort of a unreliable narrator because Gendo and Shinji are very much similar.
But like this, I'm just saying that this really like is very interesting about the way Gendo thinks, because if he's thinking like, if you rewind to when Gendo's like, we're very different, like you can't understand me, and then Gendo thinks Shinji is capable of murdering Toji, what does it say about how Gendo thinks of what he does?
I think Gendo just doesn't want to believe that he's similar to Shinji.
But yeah, I'm reading this in the right order. Everyone who's listening, don't listen to these two nerds because I know how to read and they don't. And also, they're reading it online, so Lord knows which way things have been flipped, whereas I actually have a physical copy in my hand. Just saying, you guys. Where's Iowa?
Iowa?
Iowa. Oh my god, have we been talking and he's cut out?
Maybe. I think we should keep going. No, because he's recording.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did his internet cut out? And if he's recording, it wouldn't be picking us up right now. Iowa! Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna keep going as if nothing happened.
Well, I think the good news is we can cut out this little panic right now.
Yeah.
If it just so happens that he stepped away and is still recording.
And we can just rewind. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna assume that he's still recording and maybe he's just getting, like, a baked potato. Ha, that was a reference to... Anyway. Oh my god, okay, so this is really fucking cool. So, again, what you were talking about with, sorry, mic noise, with Gendo and Shinji being more similar than, Gendo wants to assume, he's looking up at Rei through a glass, and Shinji is then shown in the next panel looking out through a glass at something that he finds achievable but unachievable. It's Shinji, and then... Like, because Rei is Yui, but not really Yui, and Shinji's looking out at the outside world, which makes him happy, but not necessarily. So, just kind of interesting. So.
Well, and then it draws a parallel then to him looking, when he was a kid, looking at Yui.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Wow, sorry, that's my holy crap, I just realized something cool laugh. Okay. Shinji's having a depressed monologue.
Yeah, he's sort of all these repressed memories. Nice and fun. What is truth?
What is exactly the truth for me? I feel like we should have Borderline Case playing in the background. Gainer, edit Borderline Case in the background of us while we're talking about this monologue.
Iowa is here.
Iowa, yay! Okay.
I came back. Did you two settle your little argument?
What argument?
Who the fuck was Rizko talking? You know what? I don't care.
Oh,
we weren't arguing. We were having an intellectual disagreement.
Yeah. Did you figure anything out, or did you say?
Yes, we actually did figure stuff out. If you were here, you would know.
Well, I wasn't for like 2 minutes. No,
it's okay. So basically, we came to the agreement that, as far as I'm concerned, that they're possibly talking about Shinji, that they're counting on Shinji, that what they're talking about, that there's one child who could quote-unquote do it, where do it is kill Unit 3, and the child is Shinji. Because there's only one Eva that's capable of berserking as hard as a ruthless dummy plug.
Counting on Shinji to do something. You're just setting yourself up for failure there, Ritsuko and Gendo. I hope you enjoy that one.
Well, I mean, realistically, Shinji, think of this, even though they do, like, counting on Shinji's a bad idea, when push comes to shove, Shinji will do what he needs to do to accomplish a task. And he's shown that throughout the series. So, yeah, I think he's, in that sense, pretty reliable. Once he gets in, aka enhanced physiologically, convinced to go into the Eva, yeah, he could very well. Yui could go berserk and kill it.
Gendo is very good at pushing and shoving Shinji to do what he wants him to do.
Mm-hmm. So that was our conclusion.
Okay.
All right.
Now look, Toji's being Toji.
Oh, okay. Well, we were talking about the monologue and how that's kind of interesting.
The pane of glass.
Yeah. And how the different shots of people looking through glass all connects because Gendo's looking at Rei, who is an image of Yui. Shinji's looking at the glass of the world, which is Lilith's world, who is right now essentially Yui because Lilith is in Rei's body. And then you have the memory of Shinji looking to the glass at Yui, going into the Eva. So how everything kind of like everyone's looking at a glass through Yui. And about how it makes Shinji and Gendo more similar than they want to think they are.
And then we get to Toji.
Oh, look, an unnecessary penny shot.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 fan
Wacky.
service.
Blah, blah. Class rep's gonna kill Toji.
Hikari character development, so she's done.
Oh.
Wait,
Well,
did she
okay.
die in this series? Holy fuck.
No, but
Only
no,
on the inside.
Only on the inside. The problem is that once we
thanks.
kind of whack who, yeah, we kind of shove her to the side and we never get her back. That's a big difference because with the original series, since we keep who alive.
It's like that's so cheap though. Like
I know.
What I'm saying is like the whole it's so cheap. Like, oh, I like him. He's becoming a person. Oh, he's gonna die. Like that's such a dumb, typical thing to do, not only in anime but in narrative in general.
I know, and also to be fair, the first time I read the manga, this was after I had watched the series, so I didn't expect Toji to die. So
Oh, true.
So that whole thing kind of like.
Oh, here we are. Important things. Asuka, great. We finally get to something important and worthwhile.
I still don't know if that's actually a slice of watermelon or just a popsicle in the shape of watermelon.
She's eating it on a thing.
Yeah, it's a popsicle.
Still not convinced it's not watermelon.
Why would you put it on a stick?
Okay, look how it's...
I don't know.
No, look how it's drawn. For me, page 415, she's saying, you'll never grasp the female psyche, and she's fucking holding it, and it's melting. Look at the top. It's a popsicle. I have so much attitude today. I'm so sorry. Also, Asuka bites into popsicles like me. Me, confirmed for Asuka, Illuminati.
I sometimes bite, I sometimes suck, I sometimes whatever. It's
Whoa! We didn't need to know that.
It just depends on my mood.
Dude, I was making a euphemism.
I know you were making a euphemism,
okay.
and I'm gonna sandbag the crap out of it.
Totally swerved, nope, Nico, nope.
Excuse me, I only eat
That's
noggers.
About Toji today, if he ever talks about her or if he likes you or something. Okay, so basically Asuka's there to further the relationship for a minute.
I love that one. I'm sorry. That shot of Asuka with the popsicle in her mouth. When Shinji's looking at her, and then I just love that. That's like.
I know that's literally me. That's me on a daily basis. That's me at work, eating the stuff that I fuck up on. What? I am not. What?
Why do you keep looking at my face and mumbling?
So I love Asuka. I love Asuka every time she shows up because she's just so funny. It's so different from the other characters who really aren't outgoing or have an attitude, and then Asuka does. She's just fun. I love Asuka.
Do you guys notice the one page? I don't think it's a whole page, but just Toji's file, the little Star Wars thing.
Wait, what? Where the fuck is that? Ooh, okay.
The last page.
Oh, wait.
The little Easter egg.
What Star Wars thing?
He's got a midichlorian reading.
What does that mean?
It's a Star Wars thing.
I don't.
Oh shit! I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah. The way the Force actually works is it's actually midichlorian within the body that allows you to be able to do the kind of cool stuff that they do. Wow, that's interesting. Also, look at what the. Also, this may be because I think I have a German scan at this point or something.
No, it's actually in German. Well, think about it. It's the Marduk report, which.
Oh yeah, true. I like that there's Commandant snuck in there too.
Can you guys explain this for me? I see LCL concentration, PO2 number.
Do you see to be continued?
No.
Oh, there's no to be continued on your page?
No, because I have the super volumes.
Okay. Motherfucker, where do I go with... Okay, LCL, then go down to Adet Thompson, and then... Okay, basically, so LCL, then A, then D, then midichlorian's right there.
It's 078999.
Yeah, look for 078.
Oh!
There you go. See? There it is.
Okay, well, the reference doesn't make sense, but thanks for going out of your way to explain to me.
I just thought
Well,
it was
I mean, if
funny
you know
that,
Star Wars, it makes sense, but
like,
if you don't know Star Wars...
level is on there.
Yeah, so...
Well, that's cool, and I'm glad you guys are happy.
So Toji's a Jedi Master? Lol, what?
Wait, can this be an Ava spin-off for real, though? I want to see...
Toji doesn't die. It was actually an elaborate scheme to get him into space, into
By the
galaxy far, far away.
Oh my god.
Alright.
A long time ago, but in the future for some reason.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so...
Alright.
Also, yes, Toji's the forechild. Anyways, let's move on.
I really like the lighting in this thing with Gendo looking out.
Yeah.
With the upside-down buildings.
Another goddamn train.
How do we report it to the committee? We lie because we exploded this. It's all the Illuminati.
I stated the facts to the committee.
Don't tell the whole story.
Wipe to Gendo in front of Sele. What happened to the nerve branch in Nevada? How the fuck should I know?
I don't know. There's a crater. Know. There's literally nothing. Did you even build it?
There's nothing there. Like,
oh, look, everyone's happy slice of life, and then suddenly Toji has to go to the principal's office, and here's Asuka being lesbians with Hikari. I mean, what? I ship it. Fuck y'all.
Why do I have this terrible feeling that Toji's handwriting is like the worst ever?
Mine too. I feel it.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, so I love this part. Okay, so this part is really touching to me because, like, Asuka's a very pushy personality, and finally she's using it for something good. Like, she's like, you know how she pushes Shinji around to do what he wants, but he doesn't really want it, and, like, it's not really helpful. In this case, like, it's really helpful because, first of all, Hikari and Asuka are able to understand each other, or at least on some level cooperate with each other, and then, like, I don't know, Asuka's, like, pushiness is used to help, which, like, shows so much light for Asuka as a character, because Asuka could have developed for the better. Asuka could have become good about how outgoing and how bossy and pushy she is. She could have used it to help people, but, you know, instead what happens, happens.
Well, I think that this is sort of a turning point, because, like, she is trying to help, and then later in the volume you see sort of she takes her own advice, and look where it gets her.
Asuka is always punished the worst by the narrative, and I hate it. Asuka does not deserve this. Like, because why would you... How sadistic do you have to be? How much do you have to hate a character to write that they're developing and finally being happy and then ruin everything for them? This is why I fucking hate 2.0, by the way, because Asuka's finally happy. My theory is that Shikinami is Asuka pulled out from the Tang and, like, Asuka with all the knowledge of what happened in NG. So Asuka knows how to be happy and, like, connect with people. And, like, so you have Asuka finally learning to be happy, and then boom, Asuka's nearly killed, and in 3.0 she's unhappy again. She never ever gets a break when she's the one who deserves it the most, because she's the one who tries the hardest, the one who thinks the most, the one who puts the most effort into everything, the one who I think deserves, who really, really, of all the characters, deserves to be happy, and she's never just let alone.
Yep.
I'm so mad. Anyway, so they're going to talk about it. It's really cute. Ritsuko gives him the card.
And, like, they do a lot more with actually showing him going through...
Yeah!
Because in the show, it's just sort of heavily implied, and Shinji never actually finds out. But now it's
he doesn't find out until it's too late, until the battle's already over.
Well, here's the thing. This time it adds to dramatic irony because we all know, but Shinji doesn't.
Yeah.
And dramatic irony is a very effective writing tool. So. Alright, so they're having a conversation.
I mean, also you can sort of see how Toji is handling it. Like, in the show, it's just sort of a couple shots of him moping, and that was it. But, like, this you're sort of seeing his whole progression of, like, how afraid he is, which is in huge contrast to how he's been the entire rest of the manga. He's always the brash, strong, headlong, whatever.
Yeah. Shit, son. Okay, so let's see, they're having a conversation. Kaji starts hitting on Maya, who's like, I'm too gay for this. Poor thing. She's like, dude, I just want to marry Ritsuko and be done. Like,
See, I feel like what Kaji's doing is very calculated, because he's very serious.
Sato in.
And then he sort of snaps out of it, but I think it's more of trying to, I don't know, I feel like him hanging out with Maya and walking away is sort of his way of
ending the conversation.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, kind of like that. Well, in some ways, Kaji really reminds me of himself, just like how serious he can be and like how real he can be, and then suddenly he's like being a fucking dumbass, and like, I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of their, like, I'm being really serious. Oh, now I'm distracted suddenly, conveniently, but...
I feel like it's, like, again, that it's calculated, and next volume, you get to learn about it, and it's...
Yeah. Okay, so... Somehow the nerd boy has information that he shouldn't have, because that's the trope for nerds.
Well, his dad works at Nerve.
No, he doesn't, and you're lying to me. Just kidding.
Doesn't he?
No, he does.
No, I'm being really sarcastic.
Oh.
No, like, don't mind Nico.
There's like a line like, oh yeah, your dad works at Nerve. That's how you know.
Yeah, he totally does work at Nerve. He's the janitor.
Well, like, why is the janitor finding this out, and why is the nerd boy finding out? Like, whatever.
Because then that way Shinji doesn't find out.
Plot! Necessary plot holes! Alright.
Plot.
Oh my god, okay, so, here we see Choji's, like, kind of sad.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because...
Look at this beautiful picture of Asuka! Oh my god, it's Asuka with the pigtails! I love this! Sorry.
Oh, I know it. Okay, yeah, I just saw that.
I'm having a case of, like, the Asuka...
Oh, no, we're getting to something. Oh, no.
No, okay, so this whole thing... Alright. So I actually want to talk about this.
Yeah, we need to.
Well, I went through something very traumatic, and this scene reminds me a lot of the way I would try and force myself to be seen by someone who should not have been in my life. And the same kind of behavior with Asuka over-sexualizing her body in order to try and seem like an adult and get the attention of an adult and be approved of like an adult. And, oh, man, this scene really hit hard for me. But it's... So many things could have gone so wrong. And in this scene... A, you see how much of a child Asuka is, how much Asuka relies on approval, despite she says otherwise, and B, what a fantastic adult Kaji is, and a person in general. And it's sad that fantastic means you don't take care of a child, but unfortunately, that's what it is. Kaji is a genuinely good person, because in that situation, instead of being a fucking weirdo, he says, Asuka, you're a child, and I can't do this to you, and I think that really shows not only how mature Kaji is, but how much of himself he has under control, and how much I think of a well-moral person he is. Because you don't just, like... Because, I mean, there's too many people that would take advantage of that situation, and he didn't.
Well, and, yeah, at the same time, like, he's saying you're still a kid, but I'm treating you like an adult. Like, as an adult, don't do this.
Yeah.
Also, I guess it's like, I just sort of thought of this. It's interesting, like, the contrast to the dance battle one, where she sort of pretends to do what she's doing right now to Shinji. I don't know, I just thought that was, like, an interesting contrast. Before it was very humorous, and now...
It's really terrifying.
Yeah.
Because you're like, whoa, Asuka, shit, like, don't, no, honey, no. Like, Asuka, you don't need to do that to be seen as an adult. Like, it's okay to be a kid. And, like, it's so... Oh, my God, I'm sorry. I was very much Asuka at this age, and it's just... Oh, man.
And then a nice segue.
I'm sorry, there's still things to talk about this.
Okay.
I think it's really important. And not in a bad way, but, like, in a really interesting way. And, like, it's just... Kaji's saying, speaking as an adult, I'm sorry, but I can't return your feelings. And, like, speaking as an adult, like, he's basically saying, like, you're a kid, you're not on the same level as me, and Asuka can't possibly comprehend, and this is so much what children do, and how it's so easy for sicko adults to take advantage of children is because they'll do this thing. Well, like, I'm more mature than my age, but it's like, no, you're not. You're 15. You're a dumbass. You don't know shit. And, like, Kaji basically says that to her, and Asuka, being at that age where, like, you think you know everything, and you think you're so grown up, and you think you can actually identify with the struggles and things that adults have to go through, she cannot mentally possibly ever understand not being on the same level as him. So to her, it's not that she's a child. It's that she thinks that Misato's competition, she thinks on the same level, when she can't possibly see from Kaji's view, who has way more life experience, and understand that, no, I'm just not mentally capable of understanding, because at that age, all you know is 14, 15 years of your life. So, I think, and here, we really have, I mean, Kaji literally saying, like, Misato has nothing to do with it, and the thing is, you can tell he's trying to dance around, like, saying you're a child, because he knows how much it's going to hurt Asuka. So, like, not only does he want to, like, not take advantage of what Asuka's doing, but he doesn't want to hurt her at the same time, because he can tell that she's in a very emotionally vulnerable situation. This whole thing really made me really deeply love Kaji, as not just a character, but as a person that much more. It's really refreshing, especially in anime, and manga, which makes, like, a comedy out of the sexual harassment of minors and the sexual exploitation of minors. So, anyway, that was my tirade. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, everyone, but this scene is, like, really, really, really important to me. And I think to a lot of people who might have been through some similar situations as Asuka.
Well, and this is really when this show, franchise, whatever, starts to hit hard. Mm-hmm. Like, it's had some of the Shinji introspective junk that's,
I think for a lot of femme-presenting people who want to be seen as adults, who want to be treated as adults, who want to enter adulthood because of the way that adulthood is glamorified, this is really the kind of shit that, I mean, I'm not really a girl, but, like, this is the kind of shit that femme-presenting people, we do. And we don't realize till later how fucked up it is and how much, we could have or had gotten hurt because we put not necessarily that we put ourselves in our situation, but we grew up in a society that let us do this, that allowed for this to happen, because we didn't know better. And I don't know, I feel like out of anything in Eva, this is the most real for me, and I'm sure for a lot of people out there who've been through this. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I had to, like, take a really long time to talk about that, because this is, like, this, as well as in Death and Rebirth, when Asuka basically did this, are probably, for me, the most important scenes in Evangelion. Because that, for me, is reality. Asuka, for me, is so much realer than any of the other characters, because I was Asuka. So. But, yeah. Okay, now I'm actually done. I gave my rant, I talked about it, I gave a shout-out to everyone, so, yeah. So, Toji. They're at Toji's house.
Oh, okay.
Toji, still fucked.
Toji cooks. Okay, that's really cute, though. Like, Toji gets to cook. Like, we don't get to see that, like.
And then, yeah. I like oh, you wanted to ask me something? It's like, oh, I forgot. Like, I feel like he invited Shinji over because he just wanted to learn everything about being a pilot, but he sort of got embarrassed to ask Shinji questions.
Wait, Shinji knows in the manga.
Does he know at this point that Toji?
No, he literally, where I am, they're talking outside of the apartment.
Yeah, he knows.
And he's like, yeah, I said yes to being a pilot, and he's like, I'm scared. Oh my god, this is really...
Oh, yeah, because he asked the question right here, like, when you first got in Eva, how did it feel?
It's like, why are you asking? Just...
Yeah, like, you just know he has all these questions, like, he's so terrified.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, Shinji's such a good kid. Literally, the Eva is the worst thing that's ever happened to him, and he's sitting here, like, lying to Toji to make him feel better. He's like, hey, like, you're safer in there, like, it's gonna be okay, like, he literally says, if I can do it, like, you can. Like, he's calling, like, Toji, like, brave, and, like, oh, my God. Shinji really is, like, a good kid. Just, like, he needs to stop being so bad to himself. That's the sad thing. All the characters are good. Well, for the most part. All the characters are so good, like, such good people, but they're so bad to themselves.
You just described Ava.
Yeah.
Look, I'm saying the obvious, but I'm really emotional right now. I'm having the feels.
That's what I'm saying. This is where you start to get the feels.
Misato looks bomb as usual. Okay, so here's they're dropping down the Ava. Toji looks like...
Oh, yeah, because Misato had to go into work her, full...
Official
By the way,
duds.
also, that look on Asuka's face, it's like...
Damn, you can, like, Hikari's getting, like, swerved on so hard.
Oh, my, yes.
Because he knows, dude. He knows he's fucked.
Yeah.
You can tell his face.
Yeah.
I love Misato. Like, I could destroy the world if I wanted. Like, bitch, don't fuck with me. A girl with 4 Avas, I could destroy the world. Like, Misato's like, yeah.
Just for a split second, she's like, I'm gonna no.
She's like, I could literally end this right now.
Everybody get the Ava units away from Misato. Right now.
No, seriously, out of all the characters, please give Misato the units.
No!
No, listen.
Kaji.
No, okay. But, like, yeah, but, I don't know, man. Like, Misato could do some fucked up shit with them, but I think Misato only does it because she's forced to combat with them. I think if she didn't have to, she wouldn't need to. I don't know. Kaji could be trusted with it, but I don't know. I'm leaning on Misato for some reason. There's just something about her. She doesn't do things that are unnecessary. Okay, wait, pause. Oh, right, maybe a little, but, like, in the grand, very necessary. She's pragmatic.
Okay, how about we compromise? Misato's not allowed to have them if she's had alcohol.
All right, fair.
I was gonna say, because she's hedonistic too, like.
True.
Yeah, once Misato gets near alcohol, then we get problems.
Give him the pen.
Can you imagine? Beep beep, Kaji, check this out. Tell me the famous lines. Do hold my beer, watch this. Like Misato, like.
I just have this strange feeling of Misato taking like Unit 3, making it into like a low rider for absolutely no reason because she's like drunk. Like, yo, check this shit out. It's like Kaji's like, Misato, what the fuck did you do? Whatever the fuck I wanted.
Oh my god. All right, so shit happens. Toji.
Oh my! Oh, hey, look, food.
This bit is weird because like the whole narrative with Toji and Hikari and I remembered her name.
Shit's going wrong in Nerve. Who would have ever thought?
Yeah, this whole thing is out of order. Like,
I
think that's sort of interesting. Like they're telling you the important bits at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, like, that shot of Toji, like, in the corner in the plug suit looking kind of, like, sad, like, that's the same shot that Shinji gets.
I was gonna look that up, like, to see if that's the same...
Oh, no, that's totally fucking the same thing. You don't even...
Oh, it's the same.
Yeah.
Like, that is the iconic image of Shinji, but done with Toji. Like, when you look, like, if you Google Shinji, I guarantee that'll be one of the first 5 of him in that pose. Like, that's what you think of when you think of Ava. So here we have, basically the same shit happens that went, except Shinji knows who it is this time. So we get a little bit of different psychological torture. Shinji, instead of knowing that it's a person, knows it's his friend. So instead of just getting to watch a person be gored to death, he gets to watch his friend be gored to death.
Also, can I note, man, gotta love that cell phone that Shinji's got.
Wait. Hold on. I gotta rewind to this. I'm going kind of far ahead because we're, like, running, like, real long on time. Oh, that's cute.
Actually, we're really not.
What time is it? We've been on, like, an hour and 18 minutes, haven't we? Whatever.
No, we've only been doing this for an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, we were actually getting through this faster than last time.
Last time was a long one.
Yeah, last time was a very long one, so we're actually doing pretty good.
I feel like I've been talking so much. That's why I worried that it was really long.
Nah. Well, because to be fair, a lot of this stuff you can kind of speed through, so it's no big.
Yeah.
We focus on the important stuff, and we just hit the fast forward button on the other stuff. Shinji, you have to come to headquarters, and don't forget to answer your early 2000s cell phone.
Ray, even Ray, like in the original series, Ray's just kind of like, okay, but like,
yeah, that is quite
like,
the stark
here
difference.
Ray's like, oh fuck, like, oh shit, like, oh shit.
It's an angel.
Like, even Ray's facial expressions, like, she's shocked. She's also terrified. We don't get to see Ray scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she very much doesn't want to kill her friend.
No. Not at all. And which totally contrasts the whole doll thing, because...
Oh, yeah, she's so much better in the manga. Like...
Well, I'm just saying, like, in the anime, like, it was definitely really interesting, the idea, like, because that was the big thing, that Rei was a doll, but I don't feel like we have that as much in the manga. Like, that's just not really a plot point.
Yeah.
So in the anime, it definitely worked for what the authors were trying to prove, but here that's not really, like, a thing.
Yeah, in the anime, it was just sort of, that's who she is, but in the manga, it's sort of, that's who she was because she didn't know any different. And now she's getting interaction with other people, and she's developing as a person.
I mean, I've gone on my rant about why I do like the anime, but manga Rei is just a different Rei. So here we have Shinji having memories because, you know, the feels. Cheap point there. So, fast forwarding, Shinji's getting strangled. Okay, same
Gendo's a real...
me.
Yeah, Gendo's more of a dick this time with the dummy plug.
Oh, and then right as Shinji's getting strangled, we go to the next page, and there's this happy picture of Shinji and Toji just sitting under a tree laughing. Thanks.
Fuck you, readers.
No, and now we're seeing Shinji basically being the guinea pig for a dummy plug. As was
oh, yeah, because he's never even heard of it.
Wow, so like being held for Shinji.
So I like, in the manga, how that facial expression he's saying when it's stop it, is the same angry face right before he goes berserk. Whereas in the anime, you don't get that same face. Because that is like the face, the Shinji, like, I'm about to fuck some shit up face. And then, of course, he goes to being, like, hopeless. And he's crying.
The useless pilot should sit and be quiet.
Yeah, that's like a... God, that is such a
you can't do
dick line.
Wait, who said that? Where is that?
Gendo said that. Yeah, Gendo says that to Shinji. Like,
holy fuck.
And Maya.
Oh, bro. No.
Yeah, I told you. Gendo's the ultimate dick.
Sorry, I was a few pages forward. Damn.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, I'm gonna punch his nunsack.
Yeah, he's...
Fuck.
He is like the dickish of the dickish.
So
Maya throwing up.
Man, and you can see how even everyone in Nerve is just like, dude, that's not cool.
Yeah, no
like, so Misato's alive, Kaji's there, Kaji's blushing, or something. Oh no. Alright, where all the rubble on his face is like, it looks like he's blushing. It looks like he's like blushing and reaching out to Misato like, I love you.
Oh jeez, okay. And so this one panel of Unit 1 stomping on Unit 3...
Where?
It's just brutal, like, and like the shots of Unit 3's just broken head, like.
Holy fuck, yo!
It somehow is more brutal than in the anime.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I see. Okay, he's throwing it down. He's like, ew, he's tearing shit off. Okay, I could see him ripping crap off. Where's he stomping on it though?
Oh, there's a big panel. Just stomping on it.
Yeah. Well, because, like, in the anime, they just kind of left it to the imagination. Here, they're just like, here, fucking have this. Fuckers, enjoy it. Ugh.
And, like, when he crushes the plug, it's even more gruesome because you know it's Toji. Or, like, Shinji knows it's Toji. The audience already knew.
Yeah,
the audience already knew.
Dude, no. That's, ooh. Yucky. Say Kimochi Warui. Who the fuck is texting me at this hour? Oh, it's a Snapchat. Okay. So, say you're alive. This kind of like between Misato and Kaji.
Oh,
I love how Kaji says Unit 1 took it down, not Shinji. He said, because Misato asked what about Shinji, and he said Unit 1 took it down. Like, oh fuck, oh man.
Well,
and then,
like, you can tell she knows what he means.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
What are you going, oh my god, about?
Oh,
and then them, like, you
see like,
the last 2 pages! What a fuck you.
Well, like, and just how they're describing how he died.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah, as gruesome as possible.
It's even, like, the last 3 or 4 pages are just so gruesome.
Yeah, this is just, this volume ends on, like, just a gigantic fuck you. It really does.
And, like, it's not even told, like, in a way that would make you emotional. I think the thing that makes it so effective is it's so plain. Whereas a lot of deaths are, especially in anime, overplayed for, like, drama. But here's just like, yup, he's dead.
Like, he died off screen. This is what he looks like now.
Yep, he died off screen.
Fuckers, like, he technically did not die off screen because it was being crushed. Like, there was the view of them squishing it. Like, that's pretty much dying on screen, dude.
True.
I'm sort of curious as to what he was experiencing. Like was he conscious for this? Was he?
Oh, I think he was probably conscious.
Like,
I think he was probably conscious.
Trapped in the plug. Just.
I'm going to theorize that because he was synced, he probably at some point passed out or could not handle the pain.
That's what I was thinking. That he at some point
probably did not actually experience himself dying. He probably felt a significant enough pain, if he even was synced, that he died. If not, I'm pretty sure that death was pretty instantaneous, or he probably, the cranial damage he has there, likely from bumping his head on the top of something. I don't know exactly how the plugs are set up. Sometimes they're shown with stuff over their heads, sometimes they're not. So assuming that the stuff over the head is there, he probably knocked his head on it and probably, like, passed out, or had a concussion and then was crushed.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff went on.
Dude, the last page is, like, the worst pages.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of this, again, trigger warning for police brutality, of something that, like, police tend to do when they, like, basically, like, take their car and they don't strap the person in it and they just drive around, like, really recklessly and, like, basically to kill a criminal. Because the police are shit. And getting political here on book club, but, that kills people. I'm certain that this did as well. And consider how poorly they're strapped to the plug as well. Shinji could have been saying, like, holy fuck.
Are they even really, like... They're not even really strapped in.
No, there's the LCL, which might provide some cushioning, but...
That's not...
But you see Shinji floating around even when the LCL is getting deoxygenated and, like, filled with, like, blood. So we can... I mean, even though it's the anime, we can assume that maybe a lot's the same. Like, he can, like, it's pretty easy to float around. Although they don't animate it much, there are shots where they do specifically show the hair kind of moving around. Which really pissed me that they didn't stay consistent with that, which was the one thing I was happy with 3.0, is that there's a lot of floating hair in the plugs, and, like, that made me super happy. Because, like, yes, like, even though this is a more viscous liquid, like their hair would not be, like, sitting to their face. Like, but anyway... I love small details like that. So yeah, wow.
And then this awful shot of Hikari and Toji.
I'm kind of one of Shinji again because, like, the way artistically that it's done, like, everything is normal, it looks normal, and then it goes inverted, and inversion is usually an effect for a time stop or, like, a sudden realization.
Yeah.
That negative effect you have Shinji going, oh, fuck. Like, here's the mind break, if he didn't have enough already. And then you have the moon, Lilith, looking over the tragedy that has just occurred, not only Shinji and the rest of the pilots, but Hikari. And kind of that motherly protection of the child's... Oh, man.
Yeah.
Fuck this. I would throw my book across the room was expensive.
I am done. I am so done until...
Oh, man. Hold on. I gotta lay down. I'm sitting in bed with my laptop. I'm laying down now.
To quote someone I've heard many times on YouTube, that's it!
Like,
I'm done!
Like, see, like, it didn't, like... When I first read this, it didn't, like, get me that bad, but, like, I think I'm so emotionally riled up because of the whole Asuka thing. Like... And then talking about that, and then just, like, ugh. And, like, it's just, the whole thing is just, like, sad, like, genuinely sad. Like, I feel like a lot of, like, as much as I love Ava, a lot of things in it are kind of tropey.
Yeah.
But I feel like this particular death was like, Toji didn't die with honor. Toji died pathetically. And, like, that's what makes it sad. Like, Toji did not want to die and was not ready to pilot, and he did for his sister. He didn't want anything to do with this. And, like, he died. And, like, there was nothing anyone could do. Nothing.
I feel like Ava feels tropey because it started a lot of these things. Like, it's true. Tropey in retrospect.
But even still, oh my god, I'm so loud. I'm so sorry, Gainer. You have to edit my loud voice. But even still, like, fuck, dude, like, the manga, like, does it well, I feel like. Because, like I said, it is just so much more real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't get too highbrow, I guess, until...
I mean, in it is just so, like...
later, but, like, it focuses on characters and character development that feels sincere.
And that's what I really feel like this volume has been, is sincere. It's, like I said, it's so real. And, like, Ava's a very unrealistic story. I mean, as far as character development, it is very real. That's why it has the appeal, but, like, the way that the events happen, rather, is just so real. God.
I've been watching anime and playing video games and watching and experiencing a lot of mediums in my lifetime. And I'm older than you, too, so that means there's a little bit more to me.
Yeah, and you have more credibility in this.
Yeah, and at this point, you know, characters dying in properties, most of the, like 99.9% of the time, it does not faze me. But Toji dying in this volume is like, there are two other deaths in all the things I've ever played or I've watched that, like, when the first time I saw them, they really affected me, and they still do. Toji dying is one. Maze Hughes dying in Full Metal is two.
Oh, fuck that! Okay, go on.
Yeah, and 3 is the boss in Metal Gear Solid 3. Those are the only 3 that, like, really hit close to home to me for whatever reason. Because it's like, they all died under, like, the saddest of circumstances in their own ways, and it just really sucks, because none of them needed to go. I
think this and JoJo Spoiler Part 6, Jotaro's death in the beginning of Part 6, that fucked me up, because the whole thing was, like, Jolene, like, it was a pretty real story. Jotaro basically abandoned his family. Jolene grew up not being able to, like, not basically believing that she was insignificant to her father. Suddenly she's in jail and nearly being killed. Jotaro comes to save her and is basically killed trying to save her, and then as he dies, finally says, he said, I always cherished you, basically saying, like, admitting in his own way, like, hey, I fucked up raising you, I'm sorry, now I'm dead, like, bye. And, like,
I fucked up, now I'm dead.
Yeah, well, and it wasn't, like, he doesn't even get that valorous of a redemption when, spoiler alert, he is given back to life, because everyone then ends up dying again, and the villain wins. And, like, so it's not like even his death was worth anything, or Jolene going through everything she did was worth anything, so, like, that fucked me up. And then the same shit is with Toji. Toji's death wasn't worth anything in the end. And that's what sucks. Toji was another toy. And basically, a guinea pig for a real-life test of the dummy plug.
Yeah.
And, like, he was expendable.
Yeah.
And, like, he was just a kid. And, like, I feel like those fucked up circumstances where you cannot win, even if you live, is really That shit really fucks me up. Because neither Jotaro really or Toji died with honor, which is super important in Japanese deaths. Both of them, as I said already, died pretty pathetically. I mean, Jotaro basically was a shitty father, really did a poor job of it didn't really at all raise Jolene, or really in a functional way it showed Jolene that he was trying to protect her. And Toji simply just didn't even want to be in the Eva. There was no honor. There was I'm fighting for something or someone. Like, no, they just died. And like, it's the worst when someone doesn't want to die. Doesn't want to die for honor. Doesn't want to die to protect something. They just die.
You've touched upon something that's going to play into next volume.
Oh, come on!
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious, and it's part of the reason why that one scene is so poignant.
Yeah, it's chapter 43.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I keep hyping this goddamn sequence up, but there's a reason why I keep hyping it up so much. It's because
it's so good.
It strikes right at the core of a lot of things, especially Shinji.
Damn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, shit, fuck. We'll have to do the next episode, like, before I start school again.
Yeah, we definitely have to get Volume 7 taken care of in the near future.
Yeah. Because when I start school, like, basically I'm working class, and that's, like, it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I know you're still recording. I think we're pretty much done now.
Yeah, we're
recording or not. Anyway.
So, I hope y'all had fun. Can't wait to see you for the next episode.
Enjoy your emotional wreckage. Take your medicine.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, if you're listening to this, well, we've ruined your day, so oops.
It only goes downhill from here, so...
It only gets worse.
Jake,
I'm tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down.
That music never stops being appropriate with this show. It really doesn't. All right, well,
good night, everyone.